is away. And the kick is, it's good! And the Eagles win!
It's hard to come to South Philadelphia and leave here with the win. You just don't come to Philadelphia and leave here with the win.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
What up, y'all? It's another week. I'm back with the trophy hat. You know what I'm saying? It's another week. We still, as far as I can see, reigning and defending Super Bowl champions. Yo, Philadelphia Eagles. So we gotta I want to say this. So we got like an itinerary for what we're supposed to be doing. But you know what? I'm feeling extra petty today. So let's go in a different direction. Let's go in a little bit of a different direction. So for those of you who may not know, you've been hiding under a rock, whatever the case may be. You've been at work hard in a warehouse or somewhere. Your technology was off for the day, whatever the reason, right? Kids weren't you, whatever the reason. The Green Bay Softies, as they will be known when I'm being respectful moving forward, and their crusade to end a tush push, a move that they can't stop. But they have stopped at least once, but a move that they can't consistently stop. The Softies decided to run around the league and try to get support and all this stuff to ban the tush push, right? Now, in order to ban the tush push, they needed 24 teams to agree with them. They did not get 24 teams. They got 22, but they did not get 24. And thanks to NFL, because there were several different reports, but I was waiting for the one to come directly from NFL.com because that's, to me, the most accurate. I see some teams changed from some of the other ones I saw, but NFL.com has provided us with who the culprits were. So we now know which teams did and did not vote. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk about it, Key.
You are on the list, in the words of my guy, Chris Jericho. You just made the list.
We're going to talk about it. So we're going to start out with the teams that we rock with, okay? And what this means is this doesn't mean we're not going to play you hard and try to beat you down when we play you. But this means as a fan base, I will not attack your fan bases throughout the year. You know, we trash talking between games and all that. These are the teams that we're good with. And those are going to be the ones that's under that smaller category that says against the ban. Of course, we voted against the ban. But along with us, we're going to take it team by team. Cleveland Browns. Get your thoughts on the Cleveland Browns saying, nah, we good with the tush push.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
See, what people don't seem to understand is there's a lot of talk about, Shador is this, Shador is that. There was a good chance that he's going to play a significant role in that team. And he's a mobile quarterback. You might want to throw him in. And he's not a mobile as in like a dual threat, but he's a mobile quarterback. He can move. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that I'm going to run the ball multiple plays and I'm getting 10, 15 yards a game. But stack a lot up in front of him, you might be able to execute the Brown Pound, we'll call it, just for fun. Tennessee Titans. And I want to say, Tennessee Titans, y'all are guys anyway, because without y'all, we don't even have A.J. Brown. So good luck again to the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
Cam Waters, a mobile quarterback. He get a little bit stronger. It makes sense for them to say, we with the tush push. Miami Dolphins. To me, this is just There's no need to change this, figure out a way to stop it type move. But good luck to y'all as well. You know what I'm saying? New England Patriots. Now, I have attacked this team numerous times, but I will not be initiating any negative comments about the New England Patriots for 2025 season because they are one of the reasons that we do still have the ability to do Tush Push. Not that we can't win without it, but why? If it ain't broke, why we got to fix it? Everybody's had years to figure it out. New Orleans Saints, we knew that was going to happen. The minute that they hired our OC, who loved the Tush Push last year, we knew this was going to happen. So, but still, good luck to you for not getting over there and becoming a turncoat. Another team that this makes 1,000% sense for, the Baltimore Ravens. Because the Baltimore Ravens can run this with two different guys. They can run this with Lamar Jackson, or they can run it with their running back. You know, you can put him back there. Big Henry, King Henry, let him do the dang on thing. Jacksonville Jaguars are an interesting one, but good look. Detroit makes sense when you think about it. Detroit was like, we were better than the Eagles. We could have beaten them last year. So they play us this year. So they want to make sure that we got all of our capabilities in place because they think they're going to win.
They want the smoke.
Yeah. They want the smoke, but they want to make sure that there's no excuses, they think. And then lastly, New York Jets. Justin Fields is their quarterback. So it makes sense. So look at this, a lot of these teams, it makes sense why they didn't vote against it. But now we're going to go to the other side. And here's where we're going to have some fun. So we started this off not at the Kansas City Chiefs. No. We are starting this off with the Green Bay Softies, Fudge Packers, whatever you want to call them. That team, y'all are weak. Organizationally, you're weak.
Trash.
I had a fan on here earlier trying to come at me. You were weak because you ended up deleting your comments because they were weak.
Trash.
What we not going to do in 2025 and beyond is be nice to soft people. That's what we're not doing that no more. We've done that. We've done a nice thing. Oh, you know, I understand if people don't like him, but no. You went so far, Green Bay Softies, to run to all the teams and try to get a whole bunch of people to come to your side so that you could ban the Tush Push. And I've seen your fans and fans of some of these other soft teams that voted for it, like, oh, it's going to take somebody getting really hurt and paralyzed before they see the error of their ways. Can you answer a question for me? How many people have been injured that you can recall?
Let me see.
The Tush Push.
None. Not a fly. Not a flea. Not a hair's been hurt. An ankle's been twisted. A neck been broke. A shoulder been dislocated. Nothing.
But this is for player safety. No, this is because a bunch of you are soft and you could not stop the play. So instead of taking the time and saying, hey, you know what? Let's really watch this play. Let's run this play ourselves. Let's figure out how to stop it. We're just going to go run to the league and get the league to, try to stop it. And the funny thing was, we had 20-12, I believe, last time. So 2 teams ended up switching sides, but you needed 4 to. That's why they didn't vote on it before, guys.
The Bills. I believe McDermott reneged because initially
the Bills were definitely one of the teams that reneged.
Because he initially said, "Oh, he initially was going to keep it." Then I don't know what got in his ear.
Yeah, he was one of the teams that switched. The Bills were one of 2 teams that switched for sure. So, what I like about all this is now we can acknowledge the weakness that is Green Bay. Because for this year, Chiefs are not the most hated team to me. The Cowboys aren't the most hated team to me. The Commanders aren't. The team that I want all the smoke in the world with is the Green Bay Softies. You have run around for 2 years whining and crying, trying to get the Tush Push banned because you can't stop it. In this little
We
fan
can't.
today,
We can't stop it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it banned forever.
and we gotta run to all the other teams in the league and ask them to help us because we can't do it by ourselves. We need help. We gotta get all these other teams and tell them that you don't want to do this. It's the type of thing that we got going on here. So some of y'all might be cool with that. Some of y'all might respect that. Some of y'all might even agree with that. I'm gonna tell you like this: if we were one of the teams that had a play that was working on us all the time, I promise you, the Philadelphia Eagles would not be. We would be against it. We wouldn't be running trying to stop someone else from doing a play that everyone has the ability to do.
Right. And the
Buffalo,
crazy part is Green Bay stopped the play.
they must have not stopped it enough to make them happy. Green Bay, number one most hated. That's y'all. Oh, we play you this year. So thank you for extra motivation for the game. We appreciate that. We always love the opportunity for extra motivation. And Green Bay, you somehow, some way seem to be very good at providing said extra motivation. So good luck on that. We are coming for you. And it's not going to be pretty.
And we bring in Louis. We coming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Billboard material, motivation. Appreciate that, Green Bay. Now, there's 3 teams I knew would be on here. The Arlington football team, I knew they would be on here. The New York football midgets, I knew they would be on here. The Washington Commodores, I knew they'd be on here.
Them Dirty Birds.
You know I knew those 3 teams would be on here? Because they can't stop us. And they're scared because they have to play us twice every year. And instead of saying, since we play them the most, again, like Green Bay, instead of saying we play them the most and we can make this happen, we can figure out a way to stop it, what they do? The same old softness, Key. That's what they did. The same old softness.
SAWFT. Soft.
They soft and sloppy. Calling me Poppy, for those of y'all who understand the reference. But Cowboys, right? They all of a sudden believe that they're the best team in the world because they got George Pickens. Does he make them better? Absolutely. Do they need another wide receiver? Absolutely. But does that make you the same quality, the same level as the Eagles?
Absolutely not.
I'm going to say no. I know Key agrees. Washington Commodores. I mean, according to your fans, a lot of them, not all, but a lot. And of course, when I say these things, it's not everybody. According to a large part of your fan base, a couple of plays away and y'all would have won the game. Y'all would have been in the Super Bowl instead of us. So if it's that close, if you beat us last year, right, then what's the problem? Why are you voting against it? Thought you weren't scared. I thought the Commodores were the team of the future. What's cracking? And Giants. Giants. What can we really say? That comes as less than a surprise. Any thoughts on the NFC East, quote unquote, brethren hating on the boys?
We already knew that they was gonna be on there. Of course, you had Dallas fans on Twitter. Oh, I can't wait till this dumb play is banned. Well, little did y'all know. Sorry. Still here.
We ain't going nowhere. But we ain't bad boys.
All I can say is just The crazy part is y'all know when it's coming. And you know what's funny? I seen a TikTok today and it was a Dallas fan, and he said he's not mad that we didn't it's not banned. He said they should have it to where we have to announce when we're going to do it. What type of mess? But y'all already know when we do it. How about y'all stop us not to get that less than 1 yard? You already know 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. That's when it's coming. Don't let us get in that position.
I think it's ridiculous to the utmost extent to even say, you should tell us when you're going to run the play. Explain to me how that makes any sense.
It doesn't. Even without the tush push, and we just go back to just a regular old sneak, Jalen's still going to get the yard. Saquon's going to get the yard. We play Green Bay. If I'm Green Bay, if we play Green Bay that game, I'm running a regular sneak just to prove that we can do it without it. And then I'm going to do tush push.
I'm tush pushing their ass about 20 times.
First play of the game, tush push.
First play of the game. 1st and 10. Push. That's how I'm living. Tush push. Tushy pushy all day. All right. So now that we've talked about those teams, of course, Kansas City's on the list. I'm gonna be honest. It makes perfect sense that Kansas City wants to take away anything that they can from the Philadelphia Eagles, the way the Philadelphia Eagles did them in the Super Bowl. So I'm not surprised that the team that we thoroughly destroyed in the Super Bowl is like, yeah, we don't need to tush push action no more. I would honestly be disappointed in you if you didn't vote that way. Just because of what just happened to you.
Like, oh, we gotta put in our vote.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure that they can't continue to do this play. We can't let anybody do us like they did us last year again. That's just too much. And I'm cool with that. It's fine. That's all good in the hood. Right? It's all good. But then it turns around. Houston Texans.
That's the team that flipped. Because D'Amico was like, yeah, don't ban it. But I don't think it's up to the coaching, though. It's the owner's thing. So even if the coach is like, yeah, don't ban it, it's not up to them.
I'm just saying they were all for it, then they weren't. So I feel like that's a discussion they should have before they come out and start saying stuff. You know what I mean? Hit you with a Jacob Fatu, y'all I mean.
All gas, no brakes.
All right, so Lil G Griffith in the building. Lil G says, I'm a big fan of Eagles season. Better Eagles kick Cowboys' butts. My aunt's birthday is on May 23rd. So happy
early birthday, Auntie.
Early birthday to Auntie Griffith. And I agree, Lil G. We need to handle some business. Some business. So, Arizona Cardinals, another team against the tush push.
I care about Jonathan Gannon.
I agree.
He sold us anyway. He used to worry about that head coaching job. You still had a Super Bowl to win.
Yep.
At least Kellen stayed to the game plan.
Yeah, I say what you want about Kellen Moore, but he did stay and say, I'm gonna help these dudes win. And after they win, I'll roll out.
Yep.
So I respect the fact that he moved it that way. and not the way some of these other cats did. So I respect the fact that he, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Panthers.
Did you
See
really
if
expect? Did you really expect Tapper to say, "Okay, we gonna go against Tush Push"?
Well, here's the thing that's funny with Tepper. We know your quarterback can't even do the regular jump. He can't even do a quarterback sneak. So of course, you feel like we shouldn't do it. Your quarterback can't do a sneak because he's too little of a guy. But you know what? It's all good. You know what else is funny? I'm gonna stop right here and just say this real quick, Key. You know you don't have to have quarterback do it. I forgot
Right.
who it is, but somebody, it might have been the Raiders or somebody. They were doing it with their tight end.
Mm.
And it was effective a couple of times. So it's kind of like what's really good. What's really, really, really good. On to the Vikings. On to the Vikings. Actually, we'll go to the Seahawks first, and then we'll move down. Seattle Seahawks. Who's your quarterback? Sammy Darnold or something?
Sam Darnold.
Of course you won't do too much.
Well, I can't say too much about Seattle because they got our damn number.
They might have a number, but they're still scared of the play. Because you're not going to tell me none of these people really believe, oh, it's a safety issue when people aren't getting hurt. It's a safety issue when people are getting hurt.
Right.
Denver Broncos. Your quarterback isn't capable of doing it. So, of course, you're against it. Minnesota Vikings. Of course, you're against it. Buffalo Bills. You flipped from your original stance. And what's funny is your quarterback should be better than doing it than our quarterback.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He still can't. He's too damn tall.
So I find that a little funny. But at the same time, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that. I will say this. Buffalo. It's so many ways I could go, but I just say this. You got the big quarterback, got a defensive head coach. Why aren't you capable? Why don't you have the fortitude to run this play and be successful at it? There's no excuse for you not to be able to run a play. There's no excuse. So that's kind of funny to me that you're one of those teams. Pittsburgh Steelers.
They ain't got no quarterback.
You don't even have a quarterback. You should have drafted Shador. You don't even have no quarterback. You waiting on A. Aaron. He may or may not come.
Hey, Aaron.
If he doesn't come, y'all in a lot of trouble. Chargers. Oh, Johnny
I'm very shocked about this one. Honestly.
Why were you shocked? Tell them why you were shocked.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't expecting Telesco to. Was it Spanos? That's the owner of the Chargers. Chargers. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't expecting it.
Fair enough. Chargers, another team, doesn't have a quarterback to be able to do it, so I can see why you might want to say, I don't want this play. Cincinnati Bengals. Y'all should be less worried about the tush push and more worried about your offensive line and your defense. Had a Bengals fan tell me earlier, it shouldn't take all these weapons and stuff to win if you have a great quarterback. Well, sir Bengals fan, and all the other Bengals fans out there, if that's the case, then why haven't you won one?
Y'all got there.
You got there and couldn't win. Why?
Oh, Aaron
Because you didn't
Donald.
have enough to go with your quarterback. That's why. So just having a quarterback, it's not enough. Obviously, you don't want to do tush push with Joe Burrow, so you don't want other teams to be able to do it. Raiders, I mean, they hired John Gruden and wouldn't have let him go if the stuff didn't come out, even though they knew what was going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
Their owner actually, this is how delusional this organization is. Their owner actually believes that a 28-year-old woman liked him for his smile. So that guy voting, of course, he's going to vote for it to be banned. Philly's in the building. She says, "Good evening, Eagles fan. What up, Philly? Appreciate you checking us out." All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. I can see him wanting to do the tush push, but something you have to practice and become very good at. And I don't believe that nobody's taking the time. The real reason why all these teams are over here crying about the tush push is you haven't taken the time to say, "Let me try to do the play. Maybe it works for me. Maybe I find a lineup where it works," because you know the play is coming. So you can put a fullback in there, you can put a big running back, you can put whoever, because you know the play is coming. You know the play is coming. Rams. Are we shocked?
Nope.
No, we're not.
Not at all.
Falcons. Are we shocked? Arthur Blank? Nope. Got to stop at the Colts.
Mr. Home Depot.
And we have to say our condolences go out to the Colts organization and the Irsay family on the passing of Jim Irsay. So he did pass away. So definitely condolences go out to the organization and his family. Colts voted against it as well. So I guess one of his last acts was hating on the Eagles. We already talked about the softies. Chicago Bears, interesting. I think Caleb Williams is a guy who starts focusing more on football and all the other nonsense. Probably could be pretty decent at it. San Francisco, anything the Eagles want to do, the San Francisco 49ers are going to be against. It's like their divisional rival. So not surprised by that either. But what I want all you teams to know that under the 4-band section, if we play you this year, it's on. If we see you in the playoffs, it's on.
Mm-hmm.
If we're fortunate enough to make it back to the Super Bowl and we see you, it's on. Now, don't get it twisted. The teams on the right, on the left, my left, that are against the ban, you still getting to work too. We're not gonna meet up with you and be like, "Oh, thank you, we appreciate it." We're not gonna be, hold on, we still getting to work too. But those teams that are for the ban, are really getting to work. And the fact that it was released, thank you. All the extra motivation that we need right here in this document. Great job, guys. Great job motivating the Philadelphia Eagles even more. And if you're a fan of a team that's under that ban thing, all I got to say is when you throw a rock into a crowd of dogs, the one that hits is the one that starts barking. So all y'all that are getting mad and barking and responding, prove the point of the post. We want the smoke. You try to stop our play, and then we're going to stop y'all from getting Super Bowls and getting wins. That's what it's about. We're your reigning and defending Super Bowl champions with a good, I feel, possibility or probability of winning again this year. Some things will have to fall into place. It's a tougher schedule, but it's a tougher schedule for the whole division. You can't always play the NFC South.
Right.
We played a hard division, AFC North last year. Swept them. So don't think it can't happen. Don't think that just because we're playing hard teams, we're just going to lose games. That's not how it goes. I got us with 3 losses. And after this, I might take one of those away.
Yeah.
Extra motivation. It's always important. All right, Key, any other thoughts, anything else you want to say about the voting and the Tush Push ban not being passed.
Appreciate the teams that was all for it and didn't think it was the thought of the football play, nobody get hurt. So I appreciate y'all. All the rest, F it. F them.
Okay, I like it. All right. So the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way back in the time machine, y'all, to the 2024 season. And we're gonna go all the way back to week 1 of the 2024 season. And that would have been, I'm trying to get back to it, y'all, so far. That would have been a game that we had overseas against the Green Bay Softies. Started out the season last year beating them 29-34. And of course, that was a game that was in Brazil. Key, your thoughts on week 1 last year, the game against the Green Bay Softies? We won 34-29.
You said what was the score? Oh, what was the score?
34-29.
34-29.
This is the week 1 game.
Week 1, I feel like it's around the league. It's not just us. We don't, we still rusty. We have players that didn't, do training camp. Preseason does count, especially for the guys who don't get the reps in preseason and then they come right into the game. It's a different speed and everything. So I know we had some players that didn't start in the preseason or didn't play in the preseason. So when they got to the regular game, they kind of like, oh no. So they had to get acclimated back again. So week 1, I don't expect them to come out and be perfect and lights out. I know it's going to be some hiccups. So luckily it was some hiccups that they fixed and we got the dub.
Fair enough. So field was tough on both teams. A lot of missed opportunities. Defense on both sides had some problems, which kind of makes sense just based on how the field was. And of course, we had a new coordinator on defense, so kind of learning and adapting in game to everybody's skill set. Avante Maddox was picked on in this game in every game until they stopped starting him. But some basic stats we're going to go over here. Passing yards. Jordan Love, 17 of 34, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Jalen Hurts, 20 of 34, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Top running backs. Josh Jacob had 16 carries for 84 yards. Excuse me. Saquon Barkley, 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was the main reason we won the game. Another important category, receiving yards. Jaden Reed, 4 receptions, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, 5 for 119 and a touchdown. So big games from Jaden Reed and A.J. Brown as well. Of course, Jordan Love got hurt late with a tackle attempt by Jaden Carter. It clearly was not purposeful, just the way things happen, but he got hurt late. Malik Willis came in, didn't complete the only pass he threw. Emmanuel Wilson and Jaden Reed were the other guys who ran the ball for Green Bay. Besides Jaden Reed and his 4 for 138, Romeo Doubs had 4 for 50. No one else had more than 2 catches or more than 37 yards. But 1, 2, 3, 4 people had receptions, 37, 20, 13, and 2 yards as well. So a little bit of things happen. Jair Alexander and Xavier McKinney did get picks off of Jalen Hurts. Not the best play calling or play execution, I'll say. Felt a little bit like we were still running some of Nick Sirianni's plays that did not work the year before. No other quarterback attempted a throw for the Eagles. Hurts was the second highest runner with 13 carries for 33 yards. Obviously, not one of his better producing games on the run. Devontae Smith had 7 catches for 84 yards. Other than that, no one else had over 4 catches or over 31 yards, and that was Dallas Goedert with 4 for 31. After that, Saquon Barkley had 2 passes for 23 yards, but he did get a touchdown on one of those passes. That's important. Calcaterra and Gainwell both had a catch, both over 10 yards. Now we look at defense. Our pick came from Reed Blankenship in that game.
White chocolate.
You'll hear this name as we go through reviewing games. Zach Bond, 11 tackles, 4 assisted tackles. He also had 2 sacks. So big game in the opener for Zach Bond. The only guy on the team that had sacks in that game. I felt like both teams were at a disadvantage. I definitely 1,000% agree with what Key said. Guys are kind of attempting to get ready for the season at this point. They're not at a point right at that point in the season. They're not there saying we're ready to go. They're saying we need to get to be ready to go. So I like what we saw. I like the fact that we won the game that was kind of tough for us. We still kind of came out and got the win and made some things happen. And that's what you want to do week 1. Week 1 is all about what you can do to be as successful as possible and try to get early wins. We were able to do that in week 1. Defense did struggle. Some big plays were given up, obviously. Some run plays were given up as well. Some missed calls, missed tackles. Some of those things happened. Some route situations and combinations didn't seem to be on the same page between the the wide receiver and the quarterback. But I think a little bit of that happened both ways. Again, this is like a preseason game, just the way the NFL does things at this point in time. But the important thing is your reigning and defending NFL champions went in and got a dub week 1 in Brazil to start the season 1-0. Can't win them all if you don't win the first one. And we did that. And knowing what we know now, it was against the Softies.
Yep, down in Green Bay.
2025.
Yep.
Y'all my number 1 enemies.
And guess what? Oh no, that was the playoffs. The playoff score was 22-10. That's what the vote was. 22-10.
I want everybody to understand. You watch the show, if you're an Eagles fan, you're a fan of another team, or you just happen to come across it. If we play you and you voted against the Tush Push, it's going to happen to you, but not just the Tush Push. Because we don't run that 30 times a game. We're going to get you. We are going to get you. You're going to get got. A lot of extra motivation to the reigning champs. Sometimes you win, get fat and happy. But when 22 teams in the league are saying, nah, we don't want you to run a play that you spent time working on perfecting, and there are no injuries because of it, you think it's not going to be motivation? I want to thank y'all. That's year-long motivation. You can't buy that sometimes. You can't plant better motivation than what y'all did. I'm excited for the 2025 Philadelphia Eagles season. We're going to be going back through the 2024 season. But I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to hear me. We still focused. We still hungry. You think this team is not here? All the people talking about, oh, it's still you, still we got 2 and blase this and blase that. We're not done. I believe the core that we have can win some more championships. I can't sit here and say we're going to win 2 or 3 back-to-back because I don't know. You got to stay healthy. Coaching has to be correct. You have to keep coordinators and other key pieces, which we did lose some key pieces on the offensive side of the ball. Our OC as well as some of the other offensive talent went with him. So replacing that and still keeping the same consistency is going to be important. But if you voted against us, we want that smoke. And we come and bring in that smoke to you because we want to give you what you need and what you deserve based on what you did. And don't try to act like it was to help the league. Don't try to act like it was for injuries. It's because you can't stop the play and you haven't figured out how to do it. Because you're cowards, and that's the only reason you would do something. No fortitude. I don't acknowledge y'all. I don't respect you. I hope we trash you and smash you all. Fly, Eagles, fly. Anything else, kid? We're gonna sometimes we're not here for a long time, but a good time. I think tonight was a good time. Any last thoughts, Q?
Oh yeah, we was petty today. I love our city to death. Soon as it said we wasn't banned, that picture came out with Green Bay and it said push this or push on the. I forget what it said, but it was petty, and I was like, look at this, petty Betty at its finest, and I love it. Matter of fact, it says push on. There we go, push on. And then the billboard, that was classic too. So I love our pettiness. I love it. But hey, I mean, like Dan Campbell said, he said it best. He said, I don't want it to stop it. He said, I don't want to ban. I want to stop it. That's you know it's coming. They do it well. Let's stop it. Stop bitching and stop the play. Everybody's just mad because we do it the most effectively. I can see if we did this tush push and it wasn't as effective as it was, nobody would be saying anything. None. Nobody would be saying anything, or nobody would be trying to copy it.
Effectiveness is important. It has over 90% conversion rate. That's why people are mad. Not because we do it, not because they care about people's health, because they haven't figured out a way to stop it. That's the truth.
And then,
And you know what?
if y'all didn't have the tush push, Jalen Hurts wouldn't have all the touchdowns he has. Have y'all not seen this man? He can score touchdowns without the tush push. He can run.
The only man on the team I think with bigger legs than him is Saquon, and maybe our backup running back now.
AJ.
Yeah, maybe him.
I just noticed we got 2 AJs on the team.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. One of them is just swole Batman anyway.
And bowling ball feet.
Mm-hmm. BBF. BBF all day. Well, good people.
Oh, I see why his name is AJ. Yeah, we gonna stick to AJ, Dylan. We're not gonna call him by his government name.
Right, both of them.
It's really weird. His
Both
name is Algiers Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Arthur Juan.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick to AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
All right, good people. A little bit of a shorter episode today, but make sure you tap in. No, we went a little bit different from what we normally do, but hey, we needed to talk about all these teams that really just be hating. What's gonna be fun? Hate all you want, do all that. At the end of the day, the words of Ric Flair, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And right now, the champions is the man. So to beat a man, again, you got to beat the man. Oh, Green Bay, especially for you, but for all of y'all that voted against the tush push, this is for you.
And if you're not down with that, Philly's got 2 words for you.
Oh, you might have forgot this, but
the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
I remember what y'all was doing with my boy Jalen Hurts and what y'all still be doing. He told me to pass along a message to y'all. Jalen Hurts said to tell y'all,
acknowledge me.
And he gonna make you. So for the homie Key, for Diva, who was not able to join us tonight, we will be back next week. Week 2 review, talking some news. We'll have some other stuff for you. But guess what? We will be using the tush push this year, and there's nothing y'all can do about it.
And that's the bottom line.
Well, I mean, since Key said it.
Because that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Oh, Arlington football team is never too early for this for y'all. Y'all might get it every week. But we out. See y'all next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your off season. And make sure you're checking in with your peoples. We bring it to you live every week. We out.